What's up guys, James here, and welcome back to another video on the channel. Today's video is almost a sequel to one of my previous videos, people who say old Roblox was better. Yeah, I'm running short on video ideas now, but really that's my problem. Well anyways, thank you guys for all the support on that video. Now a lot of people agreed with me on my takes, but there was also a bit of controversy there. So in this video, I'll be discussing a bit of a variety of topics. Now first off, in that other video, I was in no way defending modern Roblox's scummy practices, like their exploitation of kid developers, suing YouTubers, defending predators, and others like that. And for the most part, if I criticize old Roblox or people's huge nostalgia for it, I'd really like to separate that from anything relating to today's Roblox Corporation or really the platform in general. If you watch most of my videos, you'll probably notice that after making that video, I also put out a video titled The Problems with Roblox to act almost as a balance to it, where instead of going after nostalgia blindness again, I criticize many of the development decisions that have been made in modern Roblox. That being said, I do think that video is a bit lackluster. I'm not going to revisit it, however, as I don't really think there's a need for me to make a video talking about how modern Roblox is bad. It's kind of done to death already, and I don't really have much to say about it. But personally, I think old Roblox really was great, and I don't ever want to come off as not believing that. The community was pretty warm, if that makes sense, and even the trolls and little kids on the platform, they were just funny, and you know, I look back at them with nostalgia really. When it comes to tycoons, simulator games, and Roblox events, I tend to prefer old over new. And especially with the shift in Roblox's game development and map art styles over the years, there are some game styles where I do tend to prefer old over new. Honestly, what I really was criticizing in that original video was nostalgia blindness, and many people's redundant criticisms of the modern platform, like just making fun of the way people dress and stuff like that. Honestly, I think so many people look back at old Roblox with just such thick nostalgia goggles that they really dismiss anything wrong with it. But there were some flaws with it, and many of the people doing this are new players to the site who blindly defend the old, despite having never even experienced it themselves. And like I just said, a lot of the criticisms these people hurl towards new Roblox don't even make much sense, like just going after the way people's avatars look and the way they behave and stuff like that. This doesn't even just apply to Roblox here, but it's more or less some advice for people in general. The past is the past, and what happened happened, and all we have now are the present and the future to look forward to. Now, Roblox isn't just going to revert to its previous state of the platform, and we can't expect it to. And it's definitely not going to revert to the previous state of the community. Now, there's really nothing we can do about this, but what we can do is appreciate what we have, and work with what we've got. Now, I think that old Roblox had a lot of superior attributes to it, and I mean that, but new Roblox is still pretty great. And if you still want to experience the old, I would suggest joining one of the multitude of groups or communities centered around old Roblox, which are active in the modern day. I've actually done this a bit myself. You'll see I've made some videos on personal build servers in the past. In other videos of mine, you'll also see that I like to directly respond to comments, not just in the replies, but also more in depth with a video format. I did that in the other video, and I'd like to do it again here, so I'll be reading some more comments and responding to them. Now, I can't read all the comments on every video, but I just chose a handful of the comments on that last video. GN2B says, "The people complaining about how toxic the game is and how it was better back then are usually the toxic people." And honestly, I have to agree, especially when people just go after, you know, avatar choices and really petty stuff like that. They're actually the ones being toxic, and you know, it kind of makes the platform worse when you've got these people just pushing it further apart. User Charlie says, "The reasons are always online dating. Like, online dating existed on Roblox for a long time, people, and it's not like Slender started it. And when they say it wasn't as bad as now, there was a lot of dance clubs with inappropriate animations back then. The filter wasn't good, people could swear. I experienced this as a 2016 player." And honestly, I have to agree with this, you know, people say modern Roblox is rampant with online dating, but it really always existed on the platform. Just look at the old adopt and raise a cute kid games back then, you know, condo games were also still a thing in old Roblox. Like, they really were a thing. And in regards to the filter though, it was pretty bad in old Roblox, let's be honest. You could basically get away with swearing on the site. And when they did fix it around 2016, it was really over the top. I mean, you couldn't say the words mom, you couldn't type out numbers. It was pretty crazy. And luckily in modern Roblox, the filter actually seems to be fixed, and it works pretty good right now, you know? You can express yourself, but you just can't use profanity that would be appropriate on a kid's game. User Funnyman says, "Okay, Tootle's 100% sarcasm now, since he legit said he was born in 2019. Honestly, yeah. The thing about Toodly, though, is that I don't think much of his old Roblox videos really are that sarcastic, but I think they might still be a bit, and there's definitely a little bit of satire there about old Roblox players. The thing is, even if he likes old Roblox, that's not really what I was going after. I was going after some of his commenters, which basically just take it to the extreme. Nays Lukin says, "You know what I think, bro? People lose too much of their lives discussing things that won't help anyone in life for literally no reason. Because that can't be called a reason." I mean, yeah, talking about old versus new Roblox, I mean, it's an internet game. It doesn't really affect the planet called Earth, the human species, and the universe and everything, but I mean, it doesn't really matter. I mean, it's not harming anyone, and I have fun talking about these topics, and I'm sure the people I respond to do. Imagine if we didn't do anything that didn't help anyone in life, or just didn't have a reason behind it. I mean, there really wouldn't be sports or entertainment, there wouldn't be YouTube to begin with, there really wouldn't be anything. Like, I don't think we're just living to survive here. Soviet GMR said, "Guests weren't worth a shot because you could have made an account, and some games you couldn't even join and you couldn't even chat. But the problem is, Roblox events right now are actually BS. Kinda, even though you get free items, like who would even decide a Chipotle game when it's not even in Australia?" Honestly, yeah, I gotta agree with you. Guests were really just a pointless feature in general. And I don't really see why people wouldn't just want to create an account. Especially since on Roblox, you don't actually need an email to play, and you're able to delete your account if you don't want it anymore, which I don't think a lot of people realize. Also, guests were also pretty much able to freely break rules and exploit on games, and they didn't have any repercussions for doing so. You couldn't get banned on your main account for breaking the rules as a guest. And in regards to events, yeah, events definitely were better in old Roblox. I mean, the new events are basically just slimy sponsorship deals. Now, we still had some of those on old Roblox, but hey, at least the games for events were good, and you got lots of cool items and stuff. Seasonal events were also around in old Roblox, like Gift Explosions and the Egg Hunts, the last one being in 2020. And I wholeheartedly think those should not have been discontinued. DumbChannel69 says, "Most people who say old Roblox is better probably joined during the COVID pandemic." And yeah, I've noticed it a lot too. You know what though? Isn't it kind of crazy how long ago that was now? I mean, back in 2021, people were calling 2016 old Roblox. Now it's 2023 now. Does that make 2018 an old Roblox here? I don't know. In general, I don't really think there is an old Roblox, new Roblox, and that's part of the problem as well. There's just different eras of Roblox, and some people prefer different eras over others. Personally, I think the modern Roblox is kind of at a low point, but that's just my opinion. Holy though, 2020, that was a while ago now. Can you guys believe it? I mean, I started my YouTube channel pretty early in 2020, like April in that year, and it's 2023 now. So yeah, BackToBackJames is getting pretty old. And now I feel old. Okay, next comment now. True says, "Do a rant on Toodly. He thinks old Roblox is better when it wasn't." I know I looked over his comment section in that video, but no, I'm not doing a Toodly rant, and I'll say it here just so everybody knows. First off, his videos might have some satire to them, so I would just look like an idiot if I made a rant on him, and two, I don't disagree with him. I don't know if people are getting this idea. I don't like him, but I really just read his comments. Like, I like him, guys. And I agree with some of the stuff he says, and even if I didn't, that's not really a reason for me to make rants on people. Also, I don't even really make rants anymore, and if I do, it's for actual genuine reasons, like people being scummy or doing bad things. Another comment from Funny Man, he says, "I love watching Toodly or whatever his name was because of the stuff he says. It's so wild, it's actually pretty funny, like some onion crap except more hidden." And yeah, I agree. I actually like his content a bit, and I think he makes some pretty good stuff. The last comment comes from Otis, and I'll read it in full here because I think people actually need to take this in, and I really agree with what he has to say. He says, "To be honest, my biggest issue with current Roblox is that there's so little originality or a real feel of community. The most popular games always feel like they're just trying to encourage children to gamble and spend their parents' money, or they're just remakes of actual games that are currently popular. I mean, why make an actual original concept when you can just make Among Us Tycoon Simulator and cover the entire screen with microtransactions?" And IMO, it's kind of undeniable that Roblox used to have some sick events, but now it's just sponsored brands, lol. With that being said though, I feel like Roblox fundamentally has the most potential it ever has. The current Roblox studio is so far superior to the old one, but the only issue is that most creators don't really feel like using it. I know that was a long comment, but I just feel like I really needed to say it in full because honestly, Otis, I couldn't put it better myself. And yeah, Roblox has the most potential it's ever had right now. especially since Studio is great right now, but I mean, honestly, old Roblox, it was great too, and yeah, I do enjoy it. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Remember, I don't dislike any of you guys for having different opinions, and in fact, when people disagree with me, it lets me see that we're all different, and it lets me be open-minded and see other people's point of views. I encourage comments that disagree with me and comments that agree with me, and I think discussion is a good thing. Honestly, that's what this channel is about, discussing things, and that just happens to be Roblox things a lot of the time. Stay tuned for the next video, because I'll see you on the next one.